Welcome to The Explainer. So glad you're here, because today we are diving into what is honestly the single biggest technological leap in the automotive world in over a century. For literally 15 years, engineers, journalists, drivers, pretty much everyone has been holding their breath for the holy grail of electric vehicles, solid-state battery tech. It's been hyped to the moon, delayed, debated, you name it. But today, we're finally separating the myth from the reality. If you've followed EV news at all over the last decade, you absolutely know the running joke. It's the eternal promise, right? You ask any industry insider when solid-state batteries are arriving, and they just kind of chuckle and say, oh, they're about 5 years away. And then, well, 5 years pass, and they say it again. So I've got to ask you, are solid-state batteries still just 5 years away? Are we looking at more endless cynicism here? Well, the answer is a massive, definitive no. The wait is officially over. We're not talking about white papers or lab concepts anymore. We're talking about the year 2026, and we're talking about actual production cars hitting the road right now. The engineering has finally become a commercial reality, and the impact? It's going to be massive. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The wait is finally over. 2. Semi-solid, which is the stepping stone. 3. True solid state hits roads. 4. Why it changes everything. And finally, number 5, a crucial reality check. All right, kicking things off with section 1, the wait is finally over, defining the tech. Now, before we look at the cars themselves, we really need to understand the mechanical shift here. So a conventional lithium-ion battery uses a liquid electrolyte to slosh ions back and forth between the anode and the cathode. A solid-state battery simply takes that liquid and swaps it out for a solid material. Think ceramics, polymers, or sulfides. I know, it sounds like a pretty minor materials tweak, right? But as you're about to see, getting rid of that flammable, temperature-sensitive liquid unleashes a whole cascade of incredible physical benefits. Moving right along to section 2, semi-solid, the stepping stone. So we aren't exactly jumping straight from liquid to 100% solid overnight. SAIC and their MG brand are actually already rolling out their MG4X and MG4 solid core models. These use a semi-solid manganese-based lithium-ion battery. The absolute crucial detail here is that the electrolyte is 95% solid and only 5% liquid. This brings 3 massive immediate benefits. First, total safety, because it dramatically reduces thermal instability. Second, you get a 15% faster charging speed, thanks to optimized internal resistance. And third, incredible resistance to extreme cold, literally guaranteeing the thing functions down to negative 30 degrees Celsius. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what that looks like on paper. We've got a direct spec sheet comparison between a standard MG4 with a traditional LFP liquid battery and the new solid core version. Just look at the winter efficiency and thermal safety rows. The standard battery loses serious performance in the cold, while the semi-solid maintains maximum thermal stability even in a freezing Arctic negative 30 degrees. Plus, it sails through those extreme needle penetration safety tests with absolutely zero smoke or fire. It's an immediate, real-world upgrade, for sure. Which brings us to section 3, true solid-state hits roads. From those semi-solid stepping stones, we're now shifting to fully solid-state models. And guys, the rollout timeline is moving aggressively fast. Right now, as of May 2026, MG4X pre-orders are open. But look closely at September 2026. Dongfeng is launching mass production of a 350 watt-hour per kilogram solid-state battery. Get this, in their winter tests in Mohe, China, in a brutal negative 30 degrees Celsius, this battery miraculously held on to 72% of its charge. Then, by late 2026, we'll see Nissan's Sakura SS rolling off their Yokohama pilot line, making it the very first true solid-state production EV from a global automaker. And rounding it out, by 2027, Toyota enters the ring with their BZ Solid Saloon. All right, on to section 4, why it changes everything. So we've got the timelines, but we really need to connect these lab breakthroughs back to tangible, everyday lifestyle benefits. The physical upgrades here are just staggering. Because energy density jumps by 30 to 50%, a high-performance EV could suddenly weigh 200 to 300 kilograms less. That literally transforms a heavy, clunky sedan into something that handles like a nimble, lightweight sports car. The fire risk? It effectively disappears entirely without that flammable liquid. And honestly, perhaps best of all, the cycle life roughly doubles to anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 full charging cycles. This means a solid-state EV bought today is going to hold its battery value and its resale value way into the 2030s. It completely wipes out that old fear of a dead battery tanking the car's worth.
Just 12 minutes. I really want that number to sink in for a second. With solid-state and advanced semi-solid tech, charging speed roughly doubles because those solid electrolytes can handle way higher current densities without forming those damaging little dendrites. This 12-minute 10 to 80% charge, it has already been verified on the IML6 Max in China. Think about your daily life for a minute. A 12-minute stop is functionally indistinguishable from pulling into a petrol station, using the restroom, grabbing a quick coffee, and hitting the road again. You no longer have to plan your entire day around charging your car. It's a total game changer.
Now for Section 5, a crucial reality check. Okay, it's time to pull back the hype curtain a bit and deliver a few grounded, skeptical notes, because it's absolutely crucial we know the full picture. Please read the fine print when you go car shopping over the next few years. First off, the semi-solid label is a genuine breakthrough, but you know marketing departments, it will inevitably be abused to ride the solid-state hype train. Just make sure you know exactly what you are buying. Second, manufacturing scale is the real bottleneck right now. You should expect supply constraints and pretty significant dealer markups for at least the first 18 months. And third, and guys, this is vital, if anything goes wrong out of warranty, early solid-state pack replacements could cost a brutal 40,000 to 60,000 pounds. So absolutely purchase an extended warranty if you're planning to be an early adopter. To bring this whole thing together, I want to leave you with this absolutely phenomenal quote from our sources today. Solid-state batteries are the technology that ends the EV transition argument, moving from compromised to better than petrol. This isn't just some minor software update or, a slightly larger screen on your dashboard. This technology fundamentally, permanently, and incredibly positively changes the entire automotive landscape. Which leaves us with a truly fascinating question to ponder. With EV charging times now literally equaling a simple coffee break and winter performance holding super steady, will range anxiety completely become a relic of the past? I certainly think we're witnessing the end of an era and the exciting beginning of a much better one. Thank you so much for your valuable time today, and thanks for listening to This Explainer. I hope you learned something entirely new. Keep learning, keep asking questions, and I'll catch you next time as we dive into the next big breakthrough.